we fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Assassin's Creed Syndicate 100% sync walkthrough. This is Sequence 4, Unnatural Selection, another riff on a Charles Darwin topic. So, we have to sneak into this distillery, and the front door has a lot of people. So I begin by throwing some knives to thin some numbers. I don't really have a plan for this, other than I'll probably go into the middle and start fighting, because that's what this game tends to favour a lot, when you try and be stealthy and do cool stuff, and the next thing you know you're fighting. But that's not a problem, because I do think the fighting on this game is really fun. It's the right measure of you controlling it and the right measure of feeling like it's controlling you. I think the punches and things would be more satisfying if they were more honest to the presses, but this is a game that favours multi-hits for every time you press attack. So you're going to notice you're going to do 1 to 3 hits per every time you press X, and whereas it looks really cool and fast and brutal, it also can kind of disenfranchise you from when you're pressing buttons, which can be unfortunately, it can be unempowering, which I don't think is a word. Because there's empowering, and then there's no idea what the alternative would be. But just kill this guy anyway. There we go. Very, very brutal looking combat, and the better your weapon is as well, and the weaker the enemy is, the more brutal the combat looks, because you'll do 3 fast hits and immediately start executing them, and it looks really horrible. I had a fantastic clip the other night where I was trying to sneak up behind a guy. I didn't get the prompt to do anything though, and he turned around, so I just started punching him, and I killed him in the space of a second. It looked horrible. Poor man. But this is a tricky but fun section, because the checkpoints are good. You have to do, I think, maybe 4 of the pumps before you get a checkpoint, but it's fair, because it's 2 sets of 2. And the only tricky part about this section is when you get spotted, even if they don't know where you are and they're just looking to see where they thought you were, you can't interact with things, and it completely stops you until everybody's reset their position, and it's dumb. It's really dumb. It's that you cannot go until you've killed everybody kind of bullshit, which games are still doing, even though it doesn't make much sense. And then another thing that's tricky is, of course, getting your character to grab the things you want to grab. Like, did I know where the grapple was going to take me then? Hell no. Could I have been taken directly to where an enemy was? Definitely. But I didn't. So there's an element of luck, because once again, the fidelity on what you control and what you don't is all over the place. And this guy sees something, gets real close to being alerted, and he goes over there to have a look. And I come over here and press this. Become anonymous to continue. That is the curse of these games. Become anonymous to continue. Why? There is nobody here. This is the perfect opportunity. I use myself as bait. I use the last known position mechanic to lure him away. Why can't I do this? And it's this arbitrary open world bullshit that makes the stealth in this game subpar and not very fun. Like, where is the anonymousness now? Nobody can see me. No one's aware. And I still can't press the button. And this is the 9th game. And I know that there's going to be people defending it. Like, how can you defend something that's been broken since day 1? It's not good. It's never been good. And it's so frustrating, because we deserve better as a consumer, as a gamer. Like, this is not a tricky mechanic to do. Splinter Cell, Conviction did this a very long time ago, and it worked better than this does. And it's funny, isn't it, how Ubisoft franchises, they all steal from each other. They all use these Ubisoft ideas for certain elements, like HUD elements, and you know, the font telling you what to do in the game world and all that kind of other stuff. Yet they never fucking borrow the improvements. I don't get it. Be careful coming up here. There is a bunch of people, and it's one of those moments where it's tricky knowing where they're going to be and knowing where they're going to go. And the problem is you cannot kill anybody, because you'll fail this objective. You have to get through this without killing anyone. And it's so easy to just do it by an accident, just run up and shiv them, because that's the easiest way to guarantee that they don't look your direction. Like, this guy starts walking towards me. I have to go this way. he goes into that room. I'm going to climb on top of this roof. Thankfully, this window is like super reflective and dirty or something, so you can't see through it. And then I'm going to step on top of here, but I can't quite look through this even when I use my eagle vision. So I'm just going to wait, because when I press this switch, it's going to give me a checkpoint, and the only thing left to do is get out of dodge, which involves climbing the wall to my right and getting to the window. On my recording run, I had an issue where the character wouldn't climb the final part of the girder, but I just kind of stood there like an idiot and started choking. I didn't get that on my recording run, it worked much better. So just climb up here, and then get onto the main girder, and then just, it should trigger here a cutscene, and after the cutscene you should have your 100% sync. So, a really fun mission for Charles Darwin, and there is your 100% sync. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and you take care now.